Hello, my theorist friends. How we all doing? So, everyone's seen Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 1. So, what did you think of that ending? Did you enjoy the finale, or not? And also, was anyone able to guess Max's huge, secret role? Did anyone even imagine we'd see Callie, aka 8, again? Is 11 weaker now than before? Is Will Byers the sorcerer, or would it be more accurate to say that Will Byers is Vecna? Is Will Byers even more powerful than 11 now? Can Will Byers single-handedly take down Vecna's entire operation? Will Max be able to make a full return, or will she sacrifice herself to save Holly? The ending of Volume 1 leaves behind a ton of questions just like these, completely unanswered. So, that's exactly what we're going to talk about right now. We're going to break down that ending properly. We'll also try to find answers to all those unfinished questions by breaking down some major plot points with our own solid, amazing theories. But before we do that, you know what you gotta do. Smash that like button, hit it hard, so this video reaches all the Stranger Things fans. Also, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, because a lot of people still aren't subscribing. Please, guys, please. I need your support. Alright. So, the ending, it was solid, right? A full-on, goosebumps moment. Until now, we were all assuming that Vecna would just take Will away, blah blah blah, he'll do this, he'll do that. But Vecna showed up and it was like he awakened the demon inside Will. You see, means, all that spectacle, all that chaos, was it just to awaken the power sleeping inside Will one time? Because this much is certain, Vecna must know, somewhere deep down, that Will is incredibly powerful, or will become incredibly powerful. Or, it's also possible Vecna had no idea that Will was capable of taking on such a furious, terrifying form at the end. I'm still not able to figure out one thing. Where did Will get all this power from? Yes, 11 and the others got their powers after a ton of experiments at Hawkins' lab. But Will Byers is showing a level of power right from the get-go that seems to be on Vecna's level. We saw at the very beginning that Vecna put something inside Will. Maybe it's because of that Will has become so powerful. But now the question arises, Vecna has taken those 12 kids with him, the ones he needs, including Holly Wheeler. Is he repeating the same process with them? Because we saw the same pipes attached to Holly Wheeler's mouth, and to 2 or 3 other kids, that we saw attached to Will Byers' mouth back in the day. So, will these 12 kids also end up with powers like Will's at the end? Is Vecna setting up an army here? Is he trying to build an army, who he will keep connected to his own hive mind, just like Will Byers is, and he'll be able to make them all dance on his fingers, fulfilling whatever his grand plan is? Because Vecna has made it pretty clear, he's coming to rebuild this world in a new way. And the reason behind taking these kids is that they are weak, meaning, children, so he can easily mold them, receive them. And, receiving these kids can only mean one thing. He will make them part of his army. He will make them his puppets. Now, why did Vecna let Will Byers go, then? Is Vecna planning to use Will in a different way? Look, a lot of questions come up about why he let Will go. We'll cover some of them here, because Will is still connected to Vecna through the hive mind. Look, a long time ago we had a theory, we've been building on it, that maybe Vecna is using Will as his main vizier, like, his right-hand man. He could definitely do that. He absolutely could. But it's also true that Will is siding with his friends. We saw him saving them at the end of Volume 1. So, there is goodness inside Will. Maybe that's also a reason for Vecna not taking Will with him. Because Will has grown up now, and for Vecna to receive him would be tough, to turn him into a puppet. Because Will has now developed the strength to make his own decisions, especially compared to the little kids. For everyone else, who else thinks Will has become more powerful than 11? Bro, I saw Will as way more powerful compared to 11. What do you guys think? You have to tell me down in the comment box. Now, the biggest question of all, Will truly fight against Vecna, or can Vecna still corrupt him? Because Will's power is just like Vecna's. This raises another question. If Will is Vecna, in a way, then is Will the one who's going to die at the end? Because in the end, Vecna will be killed, and since Will is connected to him through the hive mind, maybe that will affect Will too, or maybe he'll die as well. In that case, what about those 12 kids he took with him? Will they be killed too? Because he's definitely going to corrupt them. He already has with 2 or 3 of them, meaning Holly Wheeler and the others. And in the ending, we also saw Callie, aka 8. And in the entire Volume 1, this plot was kept so secret that, man, we had no idea that it could be Callie, not Vecna, showing up. Look, for a second, I was freaking out that 11 and Hopper might accidentally free Vecna while trying to kill him, because, no doubt, he's shown to be way more powerful than we thought, which we knew from the trailers. But the combo of Callie and 11 is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. Somehow, even if Vecna corrupts Will and takes him to his side, the combo of Callie and 11 could definitely defeat them. because we know Callie is also very powerful. But it's also possible that Vecna, who we've seen is so incredibly powerful at the end, he was swatting everyone away, killing people with a flick of his wrist like they were nothing. Just like Thanos, he snapped his fingers and ended everything. That's exactly what our Vecna seems to be doing. So, maybe, this plot could definitely go forward. It's a possibility that 11, Callie, and Will, all three of them, will team up to fight Vecna and his army. Because we haven't seen Vecna's full army yet, there were a lot of leaks and rumors before that we didn't see Mind Flayer, and Mind Flayer is coming. And we're going to see other new big creatures. We're going to see Demobats. So, to fight such a huge army, Will's strength will be needed. It will be needed. If 11 and Callie fight Vecna, then our Will Byers will fight all the creatures. Because he's connected to all the creatures through the hive mind, which is how he was able to brutally break and kill the demo dogs at the end. Just like our Vecna was breaking and killing people in Season 4, snapping limbs and everything, Will Byers was only able to do that because he was connected to their brains. So, easily lifting them and breaking them. And maybe we'll see this bloody, furious form of Will Byers in the future too, like in Volume 2 and Volume 3. But my heart has been completely stolen by Max, man. This plot was so secret. My respect for the Duffer Brothers has gone through the roof in my eyes. And yes, we are going to see Max's solid role in Volume 2 and Volume 3 as well. Now, Mike gave Holly a Lady Savior. That little statue, that small toy figure. Whenever Holly gets scared, that savior will protect her. That's the belief Mike had said in her mind. And that has a solid connection with Max. We saw Holly in trouble, and Max came to save her. She came to rescue her. But Max is sending Holly back to Vecna. So that, yes, Holly will work like a spy for Max, and no doubt, in the future, for all the kids Vecna is taking, maybe Max will bring them all back with her to the cave where she's living. And by bringing them here, she will definitely cause a problem for Vecna, or she could, because Henry Creel is afraid of these caves. We saw in Vecna's memory that this place is one where something major happened with Henry, something that acts as a nightmare for him, or a bad experience. So, what could that thing be, that stops Vecna from entering this cave? Or, what is it about this cave that holds him back? What weakness of Vecna's is hidden here? We'll talk about this with more theories in the next video. But Max will definitely save everyone. So, could we see a moment in the future where, in the process of freeing these kids, in the process of saving them, Max might have to sacrifice her own life, because Max will definitely fight Henry Creel. It's possible, at least once, that to save Holly and the others, meaning, in the process of saving them, Max might sacrifice herself. Now, why does Vecna need exactly 12 kids? Look, there's a reason behind this too, because in magical things, in black magic, and even in purity, the number 12 is considered to have a lot of significance. Also, 12 is naturally considered a very stable number. It's a good constant in time and nature. Like, there are 12 months. There are 12 hours in a day. Also, if we talk about Western religion, Jesus Christ had 12 disciples, his followers, his adherents. So, the simple point is, Vecna wants to become the god of this new world, for which he needs 12 disciples who will work under him to conquer the entire world, or who will conquer it for him. That's the mindset Vecna seems to have, at least for now. That's why taking kids is a fine choice for Vecna, because he can easily manipulate children and employ them in his schemes. He can fill them with power, but they will remain controlled by Vecna. But Will, 11, and Callie won't let that happen. Also, now Max is going to wreak havoc in Vecna's mind. When she sees that Vecna has brought even more kids, Max will surely assume, or understand, that Vecna is definitely planning something big. The performances of the other characters were also fantastic. Mike's leadership role was awesome to see. Dustin was a total badass. So, that was the ending explained and major plot breakdown video. But Volume 1 has just arrived. We're gonna watch it again. There are still so many hidden details tucked away in there. There are some theories. There are some leaks and rumors already out there. So, we still have a lot to talk about. So subscribe, I'll see you in another amazing video.